Good evening. My name is Joseph Sippets. I'm here for the St. Joseph County Public Library, and it is Saturday night, so it's time for another Saturday night story time for adults. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're well into 10, 11, 12 weeks into our COVID 19 nightmare, and tempers have flared quite a bit recently. Of course, they have. And so instead of a story, we're going to look at an etiquette guide. This particular one is a book by Meghan Doherty. It's available at the public library, and it is called How Not to Be a Dick. And if you're like me of a certain age, you're thinking, Dick and Jane, absolutely. I'm sure that the lawyer for the publisher would be very quick to point out that these characters are not actually Dick or Jane. And you can tell that because there's no Spot and there's no sister named Sally. So this is not that Dick. But these are things that we need to talk about. So this book, which includes a How Not to Be a Dick agreement, certifies, and they say they you will do everything in your power to avoid behaving like a dick. Further, I will actively encourage others to avoid dickish behavior. In order to avoid this, I will respect others, be considerate, listen, communicate clearly, treat everyone as an individual, emphasize, see the big picture, value caring and sharing, take responsibility for my actions and feelings, and help others. And so the author's hope is to make this world a little less dickish of a place. And we can see, oops, wrong side again, is I look forward to us communicating our feelings more efficiently. Not Spot. Okay. Okay, the next chapter is one that's unfortunately highly relevant in our day and age. It's when you are unemployed. So you may consider unemployment terrifying or perhaps a blessed relief, but being without a job doesn't mean there isn't work to do. You have to apply for unemployment benefits, first of all, and of course you need to find a new position. So keep your head up and make do with the money you have saved when you were employed. That rainy day you were waiting for, it's here. No rainy day fund? Don't get mad at your friends just because they're still having fun. Instead, suggest something you can all do together that costs a little or no money. I can't afford mini golf. Want to drink a 40 and go to the park and throw rocks? Okay, our last chapter, unfortunately, is highly relevant to this day and age. It is Warning, the Internet is Forever. Okay. We are living in a time when the whole world is literally at our fingertips. You'd think that would solve all our problems. No more misunderstandings, no more ignorance, no more bashing others without the facts. In short, no more dickishness. Unfortunately, no. We've all read the newspapers. Okay. An appropriate level of caution. The technology may have changed, but human nature has not. Like every modern convenience, the internet can be both a blessing and a curse. For instance, consider the fact that everything on the internet, for all intents and purposes, lives forever. Whatever you post on a blog or send to someone else never really completely disappears. It's like finding your embarrassing teenage journals in a basement, but unlike paper journals, you can't burn them, and everyone can read them. Here we are. Here we go. That's right. Nope, I can still read it. Okay. So, when you post something on the internet, you have no control over it. Anyone can copy, repost, or link to it. Your privacy settings might help a little, but they are a false comfort. You have no control over people who might take a screenshot of your spelling or grammar errors or post them to strangers to see and comment on. When commenting, here we are. This side. Yeah. When commenting, one great thing about our internet is that anyone with an opinion can share. This is informative and helpful. We can tell people, even strangers in foreign countries, what a great job they're doing and how much we like what they've written. And we can also point out facts and perspectives that may have overlooked. Everyone appreciates honest praise and constructive criticism. Then again, in every group of people, there are a few stinkers who try to ruin things for everyone. And when that group of people is made up of everyone on the internet, that's a lot of stinkers. So, appropriately addressing the topic. To avoid being a dick online, keep the following tips in mind. Make sure you are thoughtfully adding to the conversation, not pointing out a trivial mistake. Avoid pointless statements that implicitly criticize others. And remember, the world is a diverse place with many points of view. Just because people don't share their points of view doesn't mean that they don't understand your point of view and think it's invalid. Approach others on the internet with an open mind. You might learn something. Even if you don't, consider whether your comment addresses the topic at hand or is just venting frustration over the fact that not everyone is like you. It never hurts to read other people's comments before posting. Perhaps others have made the same point already, or a comment thread has run off its rails and forgotten the original topic completely. Don't get suckered into the vortex. Reading the entire article. One rule of thumb: always read the entire article before commenting. If you only read the headline or the first sentence, you really don't know what the story or article is really about. The writer may have the same nuanced points to make that might address your concerns. So I think that's good for tonight. We will be back with more stories. Hopefully, I'll be looking for something good and scary to tell. So, good night, and don't be a dick. Good night.